Hi, I'm Libby Gibson, Town Manager. Welcome to What's Going On in Town Government. Very busy week. We had a not too long of a board meeting this week, but lots of things going on. We introduced our new DPW director, Kara Buzanowski. She's arrived.
Ooh.
She started on Monday. Yes, you will see her driving around in a Ford Escape hybrid. It's light blue. It used to be driven by Richard Ray, who, I'm going to share a little story, was not enamored, shall we say, with the hybrid when it was first assigned to him. However, as soon as we decided to transfer it to someone else, it became his best friend.
Well, he loves hot rods.
Yeah.
He likes
Right.
V8 engines. Anyway.
Okay, I'll move on.
So where is this woman from?
Okay, she is from Northborough, Mass. She was the DPW director there. She is now here. She has a history with Nantucket. She knows a lot of our consultants. She already knew 3 people that we met with between Monday and Wednesday. And she is, her husband used to work for Nantucket Surveyors back in the day for a while. So she knows a lot of people in Nantucket and they know her.
So she
It's
moved
nice.
here?
She's moved here.
Oh.
Now her husband and her still have a house off island and will maintain it for some period of time, but she will be living on Nantucket.
Okay.
So we're very excited for her to start. And I should mention, I did this last night as well when we introduced Kara. We are very grateful for Mohammed's stepping up in the interim.
Oh, sure.
And I don't know what we would have done without him. So thank you very much, Mohammed. And also the other staff, the office staff and the guys, they've done great. So we are very, very grateful to them. Okay, we also had a couple of announcements, and this might be interesting to people. We have a ribbon cutting ceremony this Saturday, October 8th at 9 a.m. at the intersection of Cliff Road and Sherburne Turnpike for the opening, I guess you could call it, even though it's already open, of the Cliff Road Bike Path Extension, the official opening. There's also at 10 o'clock, same day, at the stairs, I guess, of the Pacific Bank on Main Street, an event,
Yeah.
a Main Street celebration, I guess
I'll be there.
we're calling
We'll be there with our
it.
cameras.
Good, excellent. I'll be there as well. Main Street, Nantucket has been named, I don't know if I'm going to get this right, one of the 10 best main streets in the country, something
There's no
like that.
doubt about it.
Obviously, there's no doubt
I've
about
seen
it.
many main streets.
Me too. This is by
So
far the
fabulous
best. No
Main Street.
comparison to anything else. There should have been no question. So anyway, that is happening. We also announced that the town meeting warrant for 2012 is open for, well, it's open as of today, for the submission of citizen warrant articles. You need the signatures of 10 registered voters on Nantucket. If you would like to submit a citizen warrant article, you have until November 14th to do that to the town clerk's office. We also have 2 sessions, we've been doing this for several years now, with town council on how to write a warrant article. Those will be held on Wednesday the 19th from 2 to 4 and Wednesday the 26th from 2 to 4. This is all on the town website. So if you want to take advantage of that, please do.
How long do they take to sit down and do one of those?
Well, it
seminars
depends on
full
what
of-
you're doing. It
Yeah.
depends on what you're asking for. If it's a bylaw amendment, you want to make sure you have it in the right format and you're making note of the right section and you've got the right language if possible. So it's helpful to go to town council. Now, some of these concepts that people have, I hate to tell you this, they're simply illegal. There's not a way to make the article legal. So just please, let's move on from that, if I could make a plea, because we end up then spending a lot of time wrangling around about how can we make it legal. If it's illegal, let's just move on to something else that is legal, okay?
These 2 meetings that you can go and attend, is it easy to do? Is it easy to follow the instructions?
Well,
Once
you know it, it's not overly difficult, but again, it all depends on what you're trying to do. It might be a home rule petition that is required. That gets a little complicated in the writing.
What are the most popular ones that happen
Home
here?
rule petitions are fairly popular. Bylaw amendments. Unfortunately, people like to put forward, what should I call them? Sort of like statements of what they think we should be able to do and what they think we should not be able to do. And you can't just vote a statement like that. For example, and I hope I'm not offending anybody, but you can't ride your bike on a road where there is a bike path. That is not legal. And we went through this, I don't think it was last year, I think it was the year before. You can't make that legal. You could maybe...
You may make it illegal.
You can't make that illegal. Right. Yes, correct, thank you. You maybe could develop a home rule petition that would seek an exemption from state law to make it illegal. Mm-hmm. But you're not going to get anywhere, because why is Nantucket so different from any other community that you know what I mean? So when you're doing a home rule petition, that is what you need to consider. Special legislation is meant for the out of the ordinary, the extraordinary circumstance. And Nantucket, and we've been told on many occasions, submits by far the most home rule petitions of any other town in the Commonwealth. Now, there may be a little bit of good reason for that. We are unique. We do have a set of different circumstances, but not in every case.
Why? Why do we submit?
Well, we're an island, so there are things that we face or don't face that other communities do or don't face. For example, we don't have mutual aid. Like if we were in Barnstable, we would have mutual aid from the next town for a fire or a police issue or something like that. Stuff like that.
Are we more community-minded than a lot of communities, do you
think?
think?
I don't think there's too much difference with that.
Okay.
There are a lot of communities that I think are very community-minded. I don't think that's a big difference. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so that's what's going on with town meeting to date. At our meeting, we also accepted a couple of gifts for the Island Home. The board made an appointment to the Airport Commission. Dan Drake was appointed to fill an unexpired term, which expires on June 30th, 2012. So that will be happening. We received an anonymous gift for some stairs, which involved this cross-island link between Nantucket Sound and the Atlantic Ocean. Can I explain this any better? No.
What? Stairs?
Don't ask. It's leading to the ocean. It's not like stairs all the way across. Sorry. It's stairs once you get to a beach access point. The board also appointed the 5 applicants that we had, 5 applicants. How do I say this? There were 5 applicants to the Cemetery Commission. They were all appointed. We had an update on the wastewater action plan. Now, the presentation that was given is posted on the town's website. And to let people know, last year we were talking a lot about some sewer extension possibilities, for example, in Monomoy and or Shimo areas. We are not talking about that for 2012. What we are talking about for 2012 is an update to the 2004 Comprehensive Wastewater Management Plan. That will be a big ticket item at town meeting. It's about probably between $600,000 and $700,000. It's a big deal. But the board wants to have, rightfully so, very complete information before they determine where sewer extensions should go. There's a lot of question about the science involved in the Nantucket Harbor Estuaries Project and the Mattocket Harbor Estuaries Project. So those various areas around those harbors were recommended for sewering in the CWMP, but a lot of things have happened since 2004 that are making people question whether or not sewer extensions are necessary. Could we look at innovative alternative systems? In Mattocket, for example, instead of a wastewater treatment facility built in Mattocket, could we look at piping sewerage to Surfside? So all of that is going to be very thoroughly examined in the update. The only things we're probably going to have that are sewer related at town meeting is that update, as well as we may or may not have a supplemental appropriation for Phase 2B of the downtown sewer rehab project. A few years ago, you might remember, we did Phase 1, which involved ripping up lots of streets in the downtown area to replace sewer lines. These aren't extensions, these are just infrastructure improvements. Phase 2 was scheduled to happen, but that was right at the time where the economy went crazy in, I think, 2009, or maybe it was even 8, and we stopped the project. Didn't even start the project. So we're not sure if we're going to need a supplemental appropriation or not. We already have an appropriation of, I think, $5 million approved by town meeting. So we may not need to go back. Not sure yet, still working on the numbers. I gave the board an update on its 2011-2012 goals and objectives. It was riveting. as you know, my presentations usually are riveting. Actually, I think I saw some yawns, and there was a tape break right as I was about to start, and a lot of people got up and left when I said I was giving a goals update. Interesting. I don't know why that would be. We also had an update on the memorandum of understanding that the airport and the Board of Selectmen have executed within the last, I forget, 2-3 weeks. We're going to have another one next week with our procurement officer, Diane O'Neill. We talked about pending home rule petitions. We have several pending that have been approved at prior town meetings, and the board was mulling over whether or not to resubmit them to the next town meeting. They pretty much agreed to resubmit them all, the ones that haven't been enacted yet. And that was about it for last night. Next week, the 12th, we have Community Planning Month announcement from the Planning Office. We have 2011 Years of Service Awards. These are service awards for employees. We had been doing this on a quarterly basis. We've decided to do it once and have everybody come in and get their pins. We issue Years of Service pins. I have one right here.
When do you get your first one?
Get your first one after 5 years. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. 2 people getting 35.
Don't you get a car after 35
No,
years?
you get a lovely pin. It says 35 on it. It's very nice.
So you can collect them. They become collectibles.
You can collect them.
Yeah.
Yes, I have a couple now. So we're doing that, and it really and truly, it's fun. It is fun.
Oh,
I know
sure it
people
is.
might think it's a kind of a drag, but it's really nice. I'm not even going to say who the 35-year people are, but you probably won't be surprised.
Yeah.
Maybe a little. They don't look even like they're 35. Wait till you see who they are.
Wow.
So that is that. The 2012 annual town meeting announcements again, which I just mentioned about the warrant being open for citizen submittals and the warrant article preparation sessions with the town council. A couple of committee issues and designations. We have a conservation restriction, a couple of real estate issues. Oh, this is going to be interesting. There's been an escalating discussion about Hummock Pond Road bike path. And some individuals have come forward to raise the possibility of private donations to complete that bike path. Right now, we do not have construction money for that path. We have design money and I don't even know if I would say almost, maybe partially completed design plans. Maybe they are close to being done. I just don't remember. It was a project meant to be phased, 3 phases. Phase 1 would be the so-called most dangerous part, which it is true, from Somerset Lane to Bartlett Farm Road. Phase 2 would be from Milk Street to Somerset Lane, and Phase 3 would be from Bartlett Farm Road out to the end of the road to Cisco Beach. So the proposal now, or the discussion now, this is not written in stone, is why don't we do the whole thing, all phases, see if the town can appropriate some funding, and private donations make up the rest. So that is a discussion that is underway, and the board will be discussing this at its meeting next week. It would be great to get that done in one big project. Really great. As I mentioned, we're doing a status report on the implementation of the MOU with the airport regarding procurement administration, continued from this week. We're reviewing Health and Human Services funding recommendation process for fiscal 13. That's been a kind of a lingering discussion for the past few months. And we are hoping the Hunting Association is going to come in and give us a progress update regarding their proposed facility. So, Gino, there's a lot going on. This is a really busy time of year for town administration. Budget, town meeting.
A lot of board.
Audit.
A lot of people getting on boards, too. A lot of board openings.
There's a few. We've done all that. That was done in June and July.
Okay.
But if people are interested in serving, go to the website because there's some vacancy notices.
Are there any more vacancies on the cemetery?
No,
board?
that's done.
They were all
full. There were 5.
All 5 of those people were dying to get on there, huh?
That's good. Dying to get on there.
The cemetery. That's right.
Yeah, as if you didn't know. That's good, Gino.
I love
You
that
almost
one.
slipped that in, and I didn't.
I had to find a way to get in
notice.
there.
Oh, I don't know if I'm supposed to mention like commercial sorts of things, but this is a public service
Sure.
kind of. You know the culinary program at the school?
Oh, wonderful.
They have these dinners that you can get
Yep.
once a week, I
Yep.
think it is. Have you
Yep.
ever gotten one?
I have.
Have you?
I have. I've
got
been
my
to them
first
before.
one today. I haven't tasted it yet, but boy, did it smell and look
Oh.
really good.
You could take it home?
You can, yeah, you take it home. You go pick it up
Oh,
and take
I
it
ate
home.
there before. Okay.
Well, I guess you could do that. I don't think they like that, but you could do that.
Okay.
Well, I don't even know if you
What
could
was
do
that? Now, it was just for today?
Well, they send you, you got to get on their email list, and they send you an email every week, and they tell you, like, I think, for example, there's no school tomorrow, Friday, so they sent out an email last night, Wednesday, saying what they have to be offered, their offerings, they kind of call it. So they list what they are and how much they are. You write in with your order, email in with your order, and you go pick it up the next day, Thursday, at between 2:30 and 2:45. I think you can also arrange, like maybe people have kids at the elementary school, so they can take it down there and you can pick it up there when you pick up your kid. So I tried it out today. I took it home and,
Nice.
well, I picked it up, dropped it off at home, came back to work. And
Oh,
then,
okay.
so other people can eat it, I'm sure, before I get home. Probably be gone. by the
What
time I
was
get
it that
there.
you got?
I got grilled pesto shrimp with cheese tortellini, I think,
Nice.
and I'm not going to get this right, a center cut New York sirloin steak, I think it was, with potatoes au gratin and butternut squash. It looks incredible. So I hope it's okay to promote that program. It is
Sure is.
public and all, and
Sure is.
they encourage people to take advantage.
Of course.
And it's a good price, very good sized portion. So anyway,
Right.
I give it a plug.
You betcha.
Yeah. All right, I think that's about it for today. Thank you very much. See you next time.